Hey, my love, it's Kaylin Rose, and I'm back with another verse of the day. So today's verse of the day is coming from Proverbs chapter 25, verse 27. And it says, "It is not good to eat too much honey." So for men to search for their own glory is not glory. And so what does glory mean? Glory is defined as to be worthy of fame or admiration. And so this verse is basically meaning that when you try too hard and you're seeking too many titles or seeking respect from people, seeking admiration, honor, this is meaning to other people, this is what you're conveying to other people, that you're not that glorious at all. It actually conveys to them that you're not as special as you're trying to be. And so when I seen this verse, it spoke to me because I even felt this in myself before, in my soul before coming to Christ, that I know our generation is the fame-seeking generation. Like, we seek so much approval and validation from strangers, like even getting on TikTok. Like, sometimes people will create a whole TikTok or post on TikTok for the whole reason to go viral. And so even that's what will feed your ego. Like, I remember on Twitter, like, it wasn't my intentions to post to do that, but it's like over time on Instagram, you become so dead on the inside that you're literally post to be fed by people, for people to admire you, admire your fit, or admire your caption, admire your hair. You start doing strange things for attention. And so this verse actually calls us to a deeper understanding of why do we seek that. Sometimes it's to fill a void because maybe we weren't appreciated or praised or glorified by our parents or our loved ones or those who we trusted as a child, because sometimes it stems from childhood. So if you weren't praised or admired or told that you're going to do big and great things, you're going to seek that approval from other people. We seek that in all the wrong places. For example, the reason a class clown may perform disruptive jokes is for the sole reason to get attention, whether they get sent to ISS or they get in trouble or not for disrupting the class. They still got their fill. Still got that void fulfilled because the whole class laughed and they got that attention they wanted. And so God also relates this to food, because eating too much food, overeating, this verse, just know if this verse is speaking to you, it's speaking to me, because sometimes we'll overeat. If you eat too much of anything, it ends up making you feel worse. Too much of a good thing can make you feel worse. Too much praise, too much admiration, too much love is not a good thing. Too much of a positive thing is not always good. See, we have to have balance in life. So if you overeat, for example, honey, something that's too sweet, you'll have a sugar nasty feeling afterwards. If you keep eating cookies to the point of your stomach's too full that you don't even want to look at another sweet for the next 10 days, that's the same thing of too much social media, too much of seeking the wrong advice, the wrong respect from selfish ambition. Too much of anything can make you sick. So God today is calling us into deep self-reflection of why are we seeking that glory? Because the glory is only God's. And so I have two scriptures that says that God is the only one that should be glorified. So don't even glorify me, glorify God. God says in Isaiah 2, verse 11, "The eyes of the arrogant will be humbled and human pride brought low. The Lord alone will be exalted in that day." Then he goes on to say in Isaiah 42, verse 8, "I am the Lord. That is my name. And my glory will I not give to another. Neither my praise will be given to graven images." And so what God is basically saying, that Those who exalt themselves above God will be humbled. Those who are arrogant and praise themselves will be humbled, because this is how you know you're not truly having glory from whatever you're doing. If you have to call yourself something, you're not it. If you have to praise yourself, you're not it. See, also in verse 2 of chapter 27, God says, let another man praise thee, and not your own mouth, a stranger, not thy own lips. So I should never praise myself. You should never be calling yourself the GOAT or the greatest of all time. Let the people do that. Don't let anybody call you what you're not. You better give that glory to God. You don't want that kind of praise, because you know it's the Most High that puts you on top. It's the Most High that deserves recognition for all that comes out of you and that you produce in this world. He wants the glory. He's a jealous and selfish God, because ultimately He made you. He created you. So you do all things because of Him. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys can understand the fact that seeking that kind of glory does not end up well for you. It makes you sick in the end when you constantly try to prove yourself to people. It proves itself to be a trap, because now you have to keep on proving yourself the same way you did to get that glory. If you had to have a nice car and a lot of money to get people's attention and respect from you and admiration, that will prove a trap when you don't want to keep up that same appearance. If you just want to be real, or you just want to be yourself, they're going to look at you. Where's the person that was doing all this flashy stuff? So I pray you guys seek to accept yourself and develop high self-esteem, so that you do no longer seek man's approval, and you seek only God's approval for everything you choose to do. And you give God the glory, because that's what He's intended for us to do. So I love you guys, and I hope this blesses someone's soul to know that if you are in search of your own glory, which I probably am guilty of doing, then I had to realize, like, if I'm seeking recognition, I'm trying to fill a void and basically get that recognition that I probably felt I never was getting. Probably to prove somebody wrong, like that I really can and I really am who I say I am. But now I know through God, I am who He says I am. And that's the only approval I need. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a blessed night.